By the time a leadership team sits down to commission a transformation, they have usually already decided what is wrong with their organization. The marketing team is underperforming. The operations function is too siloed. The leadership team needs to be aligned. The diagnosis has been made before the call. They are almost always right about the symptom. They are almost always wrong about the cause. This is not a criticism. Leadership teams live inside their organizations every day. They see what is not working. What they cannot easily see is why. The patterns that produce the symptoms tend to sit 1 or 2 layers below the visible problem, and they don't reveal themselves to people who live inside them. The diagnostic is built for organizations that want evidence before they commit budget and political capital to a transformation effort. It is also built for organizations that have tried before, run into walls, and want to understand why this time should be different. There are 3 signals that suggest a diagnostic is the right starting point. Any one of them is enough. The first signal is multiple competing transformation priorities with no clear sequence. If your leadership team is debating between a digital initiative, an operations redesign, and a sales transformation, the underlying question is not which one to do first. The underlying question is which gaps actually matter most, and that needs evidence to answer. The second signal is a previous initiative that stalled. A program that was supposed to deliver and didn't, a pilot that never scaled, an investment that didn't return. If no one is fully sure why it stalled, that is the moment to find out before launching the next one against the same hidden constraint. The third signal is missing leadership consensus on direction. When the executive team is not aligned on where the organization needs to go, the issue is rarely communication. It is usually that different leaders are looking at different evidence or no evidence at all. A diagnostic builds the shared evidence base that alignment actually requires. The diagnostic runs 4 weeks. Fixed timeline, fixed scope. Week 1 is structured. Interviews across the leadership team and the operating layer. Document review of strategy, operating model, financial trajectory. Direct observation of how decisions actually get made versus how they are described. Weeks 2 and 3 are analytical. Scoring across the 5 OMI dimensions with industry benchmarks for context. A root cause hypothesis forms during this period and gets tested against the evidence gathered in week 1. Where the hypothesis fits, we move forward. Where it doesn't, we revise. Week 4 is delivery. The roadmap arrives. The findings are presented to leadership in a working session, not a slide read-through. The session ends with the executive team agreeing on what is real, what is prioritized, and what the next 90 days should look like. The diagnostic delivers 4 artifacts. First, the OMI scorecard. Your organization's score across the 5 maturity dimensions, with industry benchmarks for context. The scorecard is reproducible. Another firm running the same diagnostic against the same evidence would arrive at the same numbers. Second, the prioritized gap analysis. Not every gap matters equally. The analysis ranks them by strategic impact, so the leadership team knows which 2 or 3 actually need to be addressed first and which can wait. Third, the root cause findings from the audit phase, the why behind the what. And fourth, the 90-day executable roadmap, a sequence plan you can run with us, with another firm, or with internal capability. The diagnostic is a fixed price engagement and the roadmap is fully transferable. If we are not the right partners for the implementation, the work you bought still goes with you. That is the point. The diagnostic exists to give your organization clarity, not to lock you into anything that follows